Hello guys, welcome back. I keep trying to do this. We're having these weird technical difficulties. I don't know. I'm like, I guess tired and distracted by lights or something. But I wanted to talk to you guys about taking a leap of faith with our gods. And it can feel like we're gaming the system. It really can, because the god's saying leap. And you know their hands are out. You know they're going to catch you. And we're always leaping towards a goal. So it can feel like we're gaming the system. It can feel like we're getting away with something. And anything from guilt to fear, because we might be at the edge of where we are now, see where we want to get to, and we see this deep chasm and might get scared. So it might be fear keeping us from leaping. It might be feeling, like we don't deserve to leap over to what we want. It can be anything. A lot of times we want something and we pray to the gods and they go, okay, and they put their hands out and they go, jump, jump. And we suddenly go, I don't deserve it. I'm not jumping. And for the last day or so, Odin's been like, I know what you really want. And I said, I know. And it wasn't even that expensive an item, but he was like, jump, jump, come on, jump. And he had shown me in a dream. Remember, he'd shown me 3 dogs, and Freya had shown me 2 cats, and I didn't have to literally match, what they had shown me. I was like, they were just showing me items, and that's what popped into my head. But it was like a leap of faith thing. It was like, I was like, oh, I've got so much already. But then it hit me today. I'm acting like I spent $1 million and all I did was buy party supplies and, like some refreshments and stuff. I'm buying normal stuff for a party and I'm like, wow, where has my self-esteem been my entire life that I think I don't deserve to have basic party supplies and basic food and drink at a party? I'm like, what the actual hell? What kind of family? Well, I know what kind of family I grew up in. But I'm like, where did I get the idea that I don't deserve like all the basic stuff for a party? I mean, it's not like we're hanging up, spun gold or something. I'm like, I bought basic party supplies, which I'll love. A lot of good treats for food and, a couple presents, but really not actually that much in presents. I think we got more in decorations than we got presents. And so, Odin's like, I want you to get this thing. I want you to get this thing because you're not buying yourself anything. You bought decorations and that, and I know you're very inexpensive. You'll use these for uses to the end of time. And he's right, I will. And he's like, I want you to get this thing. And it was a leap of faith moment for me. So I said, tell you what, would you like to go outside? Because tonight was the full moon, the pink moon, the super moon. And I go out and I talk to the moon because I'm a bit of a lunatic. So and that's actually where the word comes from. And I'm talking to the moon and I'm telling her all my hopes and dreams and everything, not out loud, but I just talk to her and I'm telling her my hopes and everything and opening myself to the moon and to the gods and goddesses. And I just said, I really want to see this thing because I know they're telling me I know what I really want. And it was amazing how quickly I had seen that spaniel, that King Charles, and then I blocked it out of my head as too good for me. And I came back in, and Odin led me back to it, and he's like, that, I want you to get this. I want you to get this. I said, no, I'm not spending that on myself. And he's like, you are getting this? And that Tony gets. And, then I come onto YouTube, and I had gotten a video, what was the time you said F it and just you spent the money, and it was like the old man talking to me. And by the way, somebody asked me about if you could, well, that'll be a different video. Something about naming something something, but they're not going down that road, so never mind. But it was a leap of faith thing. It was, I want you to take this leap of faith. And I said, but you see what it cost. And it wasn't like it was $1 million. And he's like, yes. I said, you see, that is small, and that is what it costs. And he's like, yes. And he took me and he showed me the world's most annoying robot dog, which these kitties have a doggy relative. And I really think that doggy relative is worth, honestly, I worked in retail. I wouldn't charge over 45 to 65 for that dog because it does not all that much. I mean, those cats really don't either, and I think they're glorified hoo-has. I love them. But, out of all the toys they have out in the market, I think the dog is way overpriced. And then he took me back and he showed me the King Charles again. He's like, well, I'm like, yes, yes. In comparison to um, that dog that I think is overpriced, hoo-ha. I said, yes, she's a very economical plushie. And all the King Charles people have one of these. And of course, a plush looks nothing like the real animal, let's be clear. But she looks enough like one. And, it's a lot of pictures of King Charles Spaniels on our page, which was lovely. And some of these people that have these spaniels, it's not like they're exactly, worried about what this plush costs. One even buys these plushes every so often as snugglies for her King Charles. So, it's like, wow. So a lot of very well-to-do people are like, yes, I approve of this plush. It doesn't look cheap. It handles, King Charles going rum 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 on it. They are a dog that they are delightful and they're cute, but the one showed this picture of the plush with her pup and the feet were gone. It was on plush number 3. She just ordered a 4th one. And that's what they do. They're a spaniel. They're water dog, I think, in the toy category. I forget, it's late at night, but anyhow, he really wanted me to get that and he was insisting. I mean, it was like I've very rarely seen him get emotional as towards, like, say, tears, and I know what that sounds like, but it was like, you have to show me you trust me. You have to take a leap of faith. So I got that. And the demons were after me to get Febreze. So there's the anticlimactic part of the story. So we got Febreze. Woohoo. But we got the pups on the way. And, it was just a leap of faith thing. And he knew I didn't want to do it because he knew I didn't think I was worth spending. I know what that sounds like. I think I have okay self-esteem, but I really couldn't see spending this amount of money on myself. And we're talking under 20 bucks. But I have issues, and my issues have issues, and they subscribe to issues of other issues. So it was, wow, I just realized, yeah, under 20 bucks, and I'm like, I'm not worth it. And I just wasn't going to spend it on myself. But I think that was kind of his thing of pushing me ahead of like, you deserve this. You deserve something nice. This is what you want. You can't live with actual animals because I would have to get, last doctor told me it would be shots like, I don't know if they give them in the belly or what, but it would be like 3 times a week to get the shots. And just to be able to tolerate animals. And I was like, no, I'm not going that route. I don't like needles. So, it's a good alternative for me. And, it was a leap of faith thing because he knew I really didn't want to do it. He knew I didn't really feel comfortable, but he's like, trust, leap. So there will be puppies. There will be puppies. It's funny. The dogs have moved to the front of what I want to open, on the big day. The cats are somewhere in the background, and the fox will be the grand thing. Loki's still involved. Loki's still involved, but definitely Odin's like, you have to do self-care, more self-care, dear, and you have to do more self-love and more self-worth. We're going to work on this. We're going to make this the year you work on that. So, he's being a sweetheart. And the demons have been around too, because it feels like anytime they know they're being talked about on the channel or something, they get more active. And Marburus has been around, and forgive my pronunciations, you guys know. Stroke, 1, 2 that we know of, been around and prowling around, so like kind of like, hey, settle down, you're pushing yourself. So I'm gonna wrap this one up before he, appears in the room, very annoyed and roaring. But I hope you guys like what you see. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and just be willing to take that leap of faith. It feels timely for one of you. One of you is like standing on the edge and the god is just saying trust and you're backing away from the edge. The only thing I can say is with age you get to the point where you're like, well, what the hell, I got to move forward, and you just jump. You just jump. After a while it's like, fuck it, and you jump. And look, Specker, you were doing so well. You almost didn't swear. We probably did and didn't notice it, but that's it. The older you get, you're just like, eh, and you jump and you hope for the best. But you have faith. You have faith. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. But if you're coming up to that leap of faith and you pray to the gods or talk to the gods, however you see it, and you ask them for say signs, which is totally legit, and they are giving you every sign in the universe, including billboards and music and TikToks and to Pinterest and this video and YouTube, and you get something in the mail or something crazy. It's like a parade is passing by going, do this thing, do this thing, do the thing. Just, it'll turn out okay. It might be a little scary or rocky around along the way, but just have faith and leave. Keep a positive attitude while you're in midair and you're gonna hit the other side. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, I got woo! If you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye bye.